How's everybody doing? I've got to put on my little lights. Bit of Christmas cheer. How is everybody doing this morning? Happy Tuesday. Okay, just going to bring up on my page. Okay, so how's everybody doing? How's your Tuesday morning going so far? What time were ye up? Were ye at doing the 555 club? Okay, very good. So, yeah, how are you getting on with your Miracle 7? Are you still doing that? I listened to my Power Life script this morning. Self-image script, same thing. Whatever you like to call it. And I listened to that and I said my goal into my eyes. And I visualized my goal. So as soon as my eyes open, as soon as my clock goes off, I think of my goal and I visualize it. And usually when you have your goal, it's going to involve freedom. Usually it involves money freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom. So when you're visualizing your goal, definitely put Morning Mary. Start visualizing how you're feeling and what you're doing with that money. So I'm always visualizing giving both of my nephews money for a house, and my sister, and my friend that I was down with at the weekend. She's home from America and she's now renting. So I'm visualizing giving them, putting money into their bank account for a house, and things like that would make me feel so good to be able to do that. So always visualize what you're going to do. And remember, it's not really what we do, it's how we feel. So if you're visualizing and you're doing your gratitude list, they're all brilliant. But if there's no feelings attached to them, then they're not so brilliant and they're not really going to do what they're supposed to do. So just be mindful that you have to feel it, and you have to feel the emotions attached to everything we do here. Their gratitude list, or visualization, everything. I'm just thinking there, oh my god, what oil are we on today? T or is TU? Yeah, there's no U. I even looked it up. There is no U. V, vetiver. UV, yes, vetiver, perfect. Great. I don't have to go back downstairs. And I can't text Liam to bring one up to me because I'm using my phone for Instagram. But that's okay. We're fine. We're done. We're okay. So hi everybody jumping on. I hope you are doing great this lovely Tuesday morning. Nice and dark, and looking out the Velux window here. Probably cold. I was on with Sylvia this morning. Well, I wasn't on with her, but I was listening to her, and she was talking about kids and morning, Alan. And how I suppose how they don't have a conscious mind. It doesn't start to develop up until the age of 7. So she has a 5-year-old, and she was just asking everybody what ages are their kids and whatever. So it doesn't matter, what age they are. You just you just keep everything as positive as possible, even no matter what age they are, because they still take on stuff. But up until the age of 7, everything you do and say, they just take it on. They just do the exact same. And I can see it in them. I can see it in Hannah, things she comes out with. I was like, God, I said the exact same thing the other day, and Michael as well. So it's funny, they really do take on what you're saying and doing. So so I try and keep life positive as possible, but definitely gratitude has helped me with that, and just being aware of that is massive, because when you're aware that they don't have a conscious mind, that they're taking in everything that you're saying and doing, you're I suppose keeping, because I think you respond more than react. Like, say yesterday, for example, prime example yesterday, the kids were at the table having their dinner, and they were messing. Michael's dinner ends up on the floor, plate face down, and I was like, oh my god. And I had just told them to sit and stop messing, and instead of screaming my head off, I just sent Michael down to his room to tell him to change his clothes, because I was afraid of what I might say. But no, it's like, there's absolutely, yeah, I've done it. I've done it before, and there's no good comes from it. Absolutely none. He was actually laughing when it happened, and that was a bit of a shock. I actually couldn't believe it. Because normally they'd look at me and maybe, I don't know, they might start crying or something, waiting for me to give out or something. I don't know. But it's like as if they knew that there was going to be no giving out. So yeah, he was laughing. And it was a bit of a relief. It's like, oh my God, I'm delighted he's laughing, because it didn't affect him, and he knows that that's the kind of household he's kind of living in, is that, you know, we don't kind of get too uptight over silly things like that. And Hannah has dropped loads of stuff on me before, expensive oils. And I'm like, oh, and my favourite mug, my favourite coffee mug. And you know, when it's her that drops it, she gets, you know, kind of defensive, and then she just looks for my facial expression, and then she knows if everything's okay. So yeah, I've definitely improved on that, and then there's no regrets, and everyone's fine. It's a bit of dinner. There's an abundance. You have to be thinking abundance all the time. There's an abundance of dinners, and I wouldn't mind. It wasn't even a really healthy dinner. It was pasta. But the salmon was very healthy. But yeah, look, it's not the end of the world. So then there was bits of salmon all over the floor, so I called Chester over, and Chester knows not to eat food unless he's actually handed it. He doesn't eat food in the house. I give his treats and stuff outside. So at night time I give him a treat inside, but he was like sneaking. I called him over, and he was really sneaking over. They're saying, "Are you sure this is okay?" So I let him lick the floor and get rid of the last few bits of salmon off the floor. I'd say he was in his elements, thinking, what did I do to deserve this? But it just shows that, and then it was forgotten about, you know. I was able to salvage some of it, and give some of Hannah's to Michael. And, you know, it's not the end of the world, but, you know, another time you would just, you know, and especially the vibration that you're in as well. So, you know, if you're not having a good day and something like that happens, that's when you really do react, and it's really nothing to do with what just happened. That was just the icing on the cake, really. So yeah, so just I definitely think, and I hope it's helping you as well. Morning Sheila, morning Dee. I hope it's helping you as well, gratitude. But I definitely find that it's definitely helping me, because, you know, I am in that gratitude attitude all day, and when things like that happen, then you're kind of thinking, well, sure, so what, you know, could be worse. None of them were hurt, and everybody is fine. So have to look for the good, and that's what this teaches us, to look for the good. So every time something bad happens, that's only your perception of it. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. But every time it happens, we have to look for the good. So like what Sylvia was saying this morning on her 5:55, if something happens with Alex and he's crying, she teaches him to look for the good, and I do the same, and with my two, and they just can't see it, but we have to teach them, you know. And the only difference between us and them is they just don't have as much experience, or they don't have as much vocabulary as us. But otherwise, they are just little humans, and you know, the way I see it is, I would talk to them like I would talk to another person. So if I was to give out to them, would I give out to another person on the street? Absolutely not. So I don't feel I should give out to them either. Yeah, I'll raise my voice and at times, certainly not perfect. But I do love to chat to them and talk to them like I would a normal person. I don't mean that, of course they're normal, but you know what I mean, somebody else that's not living here. So you know, they are human beings, and they have feelings too. So, you know, how we respond or how we react can really affect their day and the rest of their day, and bring down their vibration. And I've seen it with Hannah, you know, before all this, if I reacted, and you know, she'd be really sad for a while, and that's not good. We don't want to be sad. We're trying to keep our vibration up for the whole day, but yet we're you know, giving out to our kids, or, you know, not even, you know, it's like I was the cause of her feeling sad, and that's really what used to get to me, because you know, she was happy one minute and next thing she was sad because I gave out to her. So that used to really eat me up inside. I used to feel really, really guilty. So every night when I was going to bed, I'd be always thinking of the negative things. What did I do? What did I say? What did I eat? What shouldn't I have eaten? What time did I eat? What didn't I get done today? This was me every single night before I started doing this. Every single night. And because I was thinking of it as I was falling asleep, it was being ingrained into my subconscious mind. So first thing in the morning, what do you think I was thinking about? What did I eat last night? What did I do yesterday? What didn't I do yesterday? What did I say to the kids yesterday? It was just a vicious circle, and that's the way it was every single night. So a gratitude and thinking into results program that I'm doing has taught me is to write a success journal at night time, and I love that. So what I've started to do is include Liam in it as I'm getting into bed. What's your wins for today? He'll tell me his and I'll tell him mine, and that's how you're falling asleep. You're thinking of your goal, and you're thinking of what you did do, the good things that you did, that you put a smile on your face or put a smile on someone else's face. It really changed a lot for me. It really, really did. And when you're doing that, when you're thinking of something good, something positive as you're falling asleep, that's ingrained into your subconscious mind. You're in alignment, and you have a good night. You have a better night's sleep. You actually relax better because you're happy in the knowing that you've done what you were going to do. And if there's stuff that you haven't done, remember what I always say. I say your name. I have it written here. Forgive myself completely and lovingly for. And whatever it is, say it. Draw a line under it and forget about it. It's done, it's in the past, and there's nothing that you can do about it now. So just learn from it. I always say these mistakes are lessons. They're not mistakes, they're lessons. And move on, because if you're stuck in your past, you're just always going to be there. That's not the direction you're going. You're heading towards your future and your goal. So that's what you concentrate on. That's what you become obsessed with in the nicest possible way. And that's what and that's where you're heading. So you focus on that every single day, and that's why we're doing the Miracle 7. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on with that. Have you got any questions or anything? I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if you were on, that I have listened to my self-image script once so far this morning, and I've said my goal into each eye 7 times, and I've also visualized my goal. And I've said it loads. So yeah, so visualization, really, really important, first thing in the morning and last thing at night. How do I feel now that I've achieved my goal? And that's what you're thinking about as you're falling asleep. And that's part of the Miracle 7. So really, really powerful, really, really good. But it has to be done every day. It really, really does have to be done every day. And as I was saying yesterday, if there's a certain thing that you're doing, a certain challenge, or something new that you bought, or started a new business, always write down your intention and your goals for that thing, or whatever it is, and put a date, attach a date onto it. And I'm so happy and grateful now that and I have gained 30 new customers, or and talk about your service and whatever, every single thing around it, talk about it. Because this is the outcome that you want to feel. This is the outcome that you want to have. So we a lot of the times when we set something up, like a new business or a new venture or challenge, we just wing it and see what's going to happen. Sure, I'll do it anyway and see what happens. And that's great because you're doing it and you're taking action. But wouldn't it be better to get the results that you actually really, really want from it? And by doing that is either you could add it to your self-image script, or you could do it separate and write it out in great detail. So I hope that makes sense. And let me know if you have any questions or queries, or if you decide to do it. Got a great tip from Magic in Your Mind program. Imagine you meet someone in a few years' time and you are telling them about your amazing life. Oh, that's a really good one, Deirdre. Very good. So imagine meeting somebody in a few years' time and telling them about your life. So that's very good, because it'll just make it easier. It makes it, because that's really powerful, actually, because when we're visualizing, we're writing out our self-image script, we're visualizing it from there back. We're visualizing from our goal. So we don't want to visualize where we are now to our goal. So you're there already, Deirdre. When you're talking to somebody, you're there already and you're telling them what you've achieved. So yeah, I think that is really good. Very, very good. Thanks for that. And I think our self-image script can be changed I'm thinking about it already. I think, God, I really need to put that in, and I really need to take that out. And yeah, that's like you could nearly change it every few days, because more you're listening to it, you're more like, okay, well, I forgot to put that in, and I want to put that in more detail, and that's okay. Do it, because the better it is, the more you listen to it, and the more you'll enjoy it, and the more feelings attached to it that you'll have. So that's perfect. Do that. Yeah. So I think we'll write our own list. Yeah, our gratitude list. Time are we? Yeah, I can't see the time now there. Oh yeah, not too bad, because Liam is going in early though this week, so I don't want to delay, and I obviously don't want to delay you as well. You know, some of you are heading off to work, so I had to use a new journal because I left my own one down at my friend's house at the weekend. That's okay, perfect. My own one should be printed, and I should have some of them. So I got some of them printed for here in town, because I'm just afraid I got 100 printed in Poland, and I'm just getting 50 printed here in town, because I don't know how close to Christmas the ones from Poland will be, because there was a bit of a delay. Their printers were down, and we had to hang on another week. So but yeah, it's all good. We'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, looking forward to getting it. Okay, so today is Tuesday the 8th of December. Tuesday the 8th, perfect. And today I am grateful for. At the top of your page, so you don't need to write that then all the way down. First one is Bob Proctor's affirmation for December. I am confident in the knowing what I hold in my head is already in my hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, perfect. So this morning Charlie was lying with all the oils, Charlie our elf. And Hannah came down to tell me. And he said some of the lids are off the oils. But it's okay, they're all empty. It's the empty bottles he's lying beside, and he took off some of the lids. So funny. Okay, so perfect. We'll write at least 6 or 7 more and see how we get on. And anybody that's on that might be new to this, let me know. Have you done this before, or might be new to following me or whatever? Let me know. Have you done it before? Is it something that you want to continue doing? And have you seen any benefits? And yeah, let me know where you're at. Love to know. Okay. Remember, feel the gratitude, feel how grateful you are for each one, and write, if you have space, thank you God, thank you, or you know, just say it, you know, and at the end we'll say it as well, but it's really important to feel it. Okay, perfect. So at the bottom, for this and for more, I am grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you. Perfect. Alrighty, so I was on the radio last night. I forgot about that. I actually wrote that down on my gratitude journal there, because it's such an amazing opportunity. And people are like, how did you manifest that? And literally, they were looking for volunteers, and I went for it 2 months ago. So they were, they knew they wanted me back. So I was in for tonight as well, actually. But I did last night 6 to 8, I did a 90s show, and tonight they wanted me to do the same. But I'm actually bringing the kids to a Santi thing. I think I don't know. It's with my neighbour. I actually don't know. I can't even explain it. I explain it tomorrow what we're doing, because I really don't know. I know it's about half an hour away in Prosperous in Kildare, so that's all I know. What time to bring them, and what they have to wear, and that's it. I'll just bring them there. And yeah, so I'm back in on Thursday evening, Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday then I'm in 12 to 2, and I'm talking about gratitude again. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And I'll be doing a lot more talking on Saturday and Sunday than I do on the music shows. The music shows is really about the music. It's not a lot of talk, which is lovely. I love playing 90s music, and I can just pick whichever ones I want. So it's great. So it is a great opportunity, and I'm really enjoying it. Morning, Salving Photography. Good morning. I don't know what your name is, but thank you. Morning, Blawhead. Okay, so now let's send love to people that are bothering us. Okay, so I'm going to grab an oil, which is V. We're on vetiver. There's no U. If you can think of any U's, let me know. We'll do it tomorrow. Vetiver is really, it's nearly like a syrup. I had to use a dropper, because you'll be all day waiting for a drop to come out if you're putting it into the diffuser. But I wasn't gone on it when I got it first. Like, oh God, it's very strong, which it is. But now I absolutely love it. You can see it's very thick. I don't know if you can see that. It's nearly like a syrup, but it's really nice. It's very grounding. It comes from the tree. I think it's the roots of the tree it comes from. I think that's amazing. Oh, thanks, Dee. So lovely oil, really good for sleep. So I love to diffuse it with wild orange, because wild orange has sedative properties in it as well, and because wild orange is completely different to it, because that's so grounding and woody. It's lovely to put in a citrusy oil with it. So I love to diffuse it with wild orange. So vetiver, this essential oil is like a noble knight. Its roots are connected energetically and vertically to the deep core of the earth. From there, the plant takes in its wisdom and support. Vetiver trusts earth during its growth to build its foundation from within. Where there is a foundation, there is trust. Nothing can be shaken and left alone without support. Vetiver is an oil of community. It balances families' growth and gives them stability and understanding, nourished by vetiver's roots. On an emotional level, vetiver is connected with money. Very often money can inspire people to achieve great things in life, but also it can overwhelm us spiritually, leaving us a slave to the ideals of successes in modern life. Vetiver says money is financial stability that needs to flow like a river, bringing balance to all species without suppressing them. It is our gift to be independent and to feel the roots that connect us to the earth. It's our choice. Nature gives us all the solution to live in trust and harmony. This oil gives us balance between divine guidance and source, and a sense of security, deep safety in your life. It roots us emotionally and spiritually like no other oil. There's an affirmation attached to this one, actually. The divine source is connected to me when I am rooted down to the earth's hidden treasures. Earth is always with me, and the source always supports me. So that's from the book, The Spiritual Secrets of Essential Oils. Love it. I just think it's amazing. I really love that book. So vetiver is the oil of centering and descent. So if you're feeling apathetic, disconnected, scattered, stressed, ungrounded, or avoiding crisis, it'll help you feel more centered, grounded, present, emotionally aware, and connected. So that's vetiver. So yeah, really lovely one. I didn't even put any on my hand, I don't think. So whatever oil you have, or if you don't have any oils, that's okay. I just like to use an oil to oils are, when they go into your limbic part of the brain, they can, that's where all our emotions are stored and all our memories are stored. So I love essential oils because they can help us, remember stuff. They can help us with emotions, help us to forgive, and help us to feel grounded, and so many different benefits. It's kind of sweet. It's kind of like the sap of a tree. You nearly think that's what it is. Okay, perfect. So let's send love to people that are bothering us. So upper's a great idea. Dropper, yeah, Deirdre, I couldn't manage without the dropper. Definitely not. So let's send love to people that are bothering us. So if you know anybody that has done something to you in the past and that you can't forgive them for, or somebody you love, let's picture them standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to theirs, and sending love. Okay, perfect. When you're ready, move on to person number 2. Okay, perfect. And when you're ready, move on to yourself. So picture you standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to yours, and sending love. Okay, perfect. So now we ask the universe for guidance. So we ask the question, we close our eyes again, and this helps us with our intuition. So it helps us to follow our intuition. And, when we get the answers, we get them through, flashes. That's really hard to forgive. I try my best, but I feel it really hard to forgive, especially those people that keep hurting me. I feel a grudge for it. I know it's so hard. The only thing is when you can't forgive, you're stuck in your own past. So you're not doing yourself any justice, and it's not affecting them, it's affecting you. So when we find it very hard to forgive, we're suppressing all our emotions, and we're just stuck. So it's not about them. This is all about you. It's all about you releasing all these negative emotions. And as I said, it's not about them. So just try it. It gets easier. It definitely gets easier. Picture them standing in front of you, and when you're visualizing the white light, you don't have to say anything. Just do it, and see how you get on. Try it every morning, and start small. Maybe start with one person, and you will feel free. After a while, after a certain length of time of you doing it. So, okay, perfect. So now we ask the universe for guidance. So we're just going to close our eyes and ask the question. So whatever it is that's bothering you, do you need to make a decision on something, or do you need to help somebody? Do you need to be healthier today? Ask the question, what do I need to do to be healthier today? What is my goal? What do I really want? Who can I help today? And the answers will come. They're all come from within, but you need to really relax the body, relax the mind, and hopefully don't just let it go. Don't be thinking about it all day long. Just ask the question, let it go, and the answers come in flashes, like somebody's face coming into your mind, or somebody's name, or if it's a thing that you need to drink more water, maybe water appears in front of you, a pint of water, somebody hands you a pint of water. It's all these little things that our intuition. That's our intuition, and it's like a mental muscle. So it needs to be exercised. It needs to be worked out, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be perfect overnight. So this is something that we do every single day. And practice it, practice it when you have a spare 5 minutes. Do some meditation and practice it after that, maybe when you're really, really relaxed. Okay, so let's close our eyes and ask the question, and then let it go. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I hope that helped, and thank you everybody for joining me this morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:30. Now head over to your mirror before, just literally after this call, because you might forget. So head over to your mirror and look into one eye, and and give yourself some compliments. So the first two are always the same. I love you. You are perfect as you are. And then it's the other eye. I love you. You're perfect as you are. 3 more compliments after that into each eye, because we deserve it, because we are perfect, and we need to love ourselves more. So so do that after this call. You can do it while you're brushing your teeth if you don't have time, or do it every time you see your reflection. It's a really powerful tool, and it gives you so much confidence. It helped me so much. So do that, and yeah, have a great Tuesday, and I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:30 live on Instagram and Facebook. All right, bye everyone.